The shop bell pinged with its usual rusty defiance, but the air that followed was different today. Outside, the Doncaster fog wasn't just thick, it smelt distinctly of rotting meat. Inside, Granville was pressed against the glass, his spectacles fogging into opaque white discs. "I don't know, Mr. Arkwright," stammering. "They're not exactly customers, are they? One of them just tried to eat the doorbell." Arkwright slapped a heavy hand onto the till, the drawer snapping shut like a shark's mouth, his eyes gleaming with the predatory instinct of a man who once sold a waterproof coat to a fish. "Nonsense, Granville. They're the perfect demographic. They're slow-moving, they don't argue about the change, and they've got a single-minded desire to consume. It's a retail dream. But they're dead, sir, and they're groaning. Most of our regulars are half dead and groan about the price of bacon, Granville. Now get the chalkboard. We need to pivot the business." Arkwright leaned over the counter, his stutter kicking in with the adrenaline of a fresh scam. "The problem? They only want brains. The solution? Arkwright's gourmet grey matter substitutes. Go down the cellar and get those dusty tins of faggots. The ones near the leaky part, though, started to ferment. The meatballs, sir, but they're for humans. Well, legally speaking. Not anymore. We'll market them as brain faggots. Look at 'em, Granville. They're round, they're squishy, and if you squint in the D light of a kerosene lamp, they look exactly like a cerebellum." Granville reluctantly unlatched the top half of the door, keeping the bottom half bolted against the tide of grey flesh. A zombie with a dangling jaw and a flat cap, likely a former milkman, lunged forward moaning, "Brains!" "Now then, sir, right then, why settle for fresh brains? So messy, so much running involved, when you can have Arkwright's authentic brain faggots, rich in iron, heavy on the gravy, and guaranteed to stay down even if your stomach has a hole in it." The zombie paused, sniffing the congealed gravy. Behind him, a woman in one shoe and a tattered cardigan pawed at the ledge. "And for the lady, a buy two, get a slightly dented tin of mushy peas offer. It's the full Sunday roast experience for the discerning undead." But Granville wasn't listening. He was staring at the former milkman who was currently trying to chew through a wooden display crate. An idea born of pure exhaustion and a desire to avoid another trip to the damp cellar struck him. He grabbed a long-reacher tool and dangled a particularly pungent faggot on the end of it. "Come on then, Cyril, follow the meat." To Arkwright's amazement, the zombie followed the lure with the docility of a donkey after a carrot. Within 10 minutes, Granville had the milkman and a former coal miner harnessed to the heavy delivery bike. "Look at that, Mr. Arkwright. They don't need tea breaks, they don't ask for a pension, and they're surprisingly good at heavy lifting if you keep the incentive moving. Granville, you've done it. Automated overheads. Put a pinafore on that one near the ginger nuts and tell him he's the new stock boy. And Granville?" "Yes, sir." "Make sure he doesn't eat the overheads, and keep an eye on the snapping till. If one of them tries to pear with a severed finger, tell him we don't take credit.